YouTube viewers, free tips here, and I'm out in my shop here this evening processing about 8 or 9 troy ounces of gold here. I wasn't going to make a video of it, but I heard on the news that the Federal Reserve has made an unprecedented move, and they've cut interest rates 150 basis points to 0, and announced that they're going to do quantitative easing to the tune of $700 billion. And I just felt like I had to get on here and talk about that. I've kind of been planning for this event for years now, and now that it's happening, it's kind of unnerving to watch these markets come apart like they are. My goal, or my plan, I should say, for the if we get locked down for the virus, is to come out to my shop every day and make fresh videos for everybody to watch while they're locked in their houses, if that happens. So this is about, like I said, 8 or 9 troy ounces of gold here that I'm processing. It's already been encorded, and I've been through two nitric acid treatments now. What we're going to do here now is add some distilled water to this encorded gold, and we're going to put it back up on the heat here with some more nitric acid. We'll keep going with these nitric acid treatments just like we always do until we get all of the base metals and the silver. This is nitric acid. I'm going to add about 750 milliliters here, now 500 milliliters. And we're going to keep doing these acid treatments like this until all of the silver and all of the base metals are extracted from our imported gold here. Put it back up on the heat, and we'll let this go. This is our third nitric coil here. We're going to take this and pour it into our silver jar here. Save it because this solution is going to contain silver. I'm going to put some fresh acid on this and continue to go with the hot nitric acid treatments until we get everything separated from the gold. Looking pretty good. Nice brown color like we like to see there. On the heat, add some distilled water, now we're going to add some nitric acid to it and continue this fourth hot dilute nitric acid treatment. Working on this about 5 hours now. Can't remember what boil this is. I think it's maybe the fourth one. Pour off this acid now. Gonna rinse it out. Yeah, I think this is the fourth. Nitric oil. See the gold looks nice and brown there. Looking good. Much of that blue liquid rinsed off there as possible. With this much gold, it takes a lot of rinses to get it all out of there, as much as we can anyway. It's looking pretty good. Now what we'll do, set this down here. And then I'm going to add some more water to it. Add some more acid. This will be the 5th nitric acid oil. The final one here. This one should take care of the rest of the base metals and silver that's in our gold here. We got our 5th nitric acid oil going on in here now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pour this off, and I think I'm going to do one more. So a total of 6 here. Pour this off. Oh yeah, the gold is looking real good there. That's going to have lots of excess free nitric in it. That solution that I'm pouring off right now. What I'll do is get some sterling silver and add it to that solution that I have in the jar down here, and use up the rest of that excess free nitric acid that's in that blue solution. And I think what I'm going to do here is one more nitric oil. This was number 5 that we're pouring off right now. And I'm going to do one more for a total of 6. See if we can get the color of our solution on the gold there colorless before we go and hit it with aqua reagent to dissolve that gold. Here on the heat. I'm going to add some water. Still water going in now. And then we're going to put acid in there and continue with this 6th hot dilute nitric acid oil. This is our 6th hot nitric oil. No fumes. The solution is clear like water. I'm going to turn the heat off now. We'll let this cool down. And we'll get our gold separated from that solution and then dissolve it in aqua reagent. Allow this to cool off to ambient temperature. And what we're going to do now is pour this off. This is our nitric acid solution. I'm going to pour this off of the gold, and I'm going to save it because there will be a good active nitric acid here that can be used to dissolve silver and base metals later on. And I just want to talk a little bit about the gold and silver markets right now. Got up this morning, looked at my charts. Gold is down around 1,400. Silver is hitting down around $12 an ounce. And last time I seen this happen was back in 2008 during the financial crisis that we had. There are hundreds of contracts for every physical ounce of metal in existence. And these contracts can be used to manipulate the spot price of silver. As a result, or the result of this is the physical silver markets and the spot markets are diverging. What does that mean? That means that they can use these contracts to manipulate the price of the metals down, the spot price, but the actual price for the physical metal stays up high. And so what I've done is I've increased all the prices of my metal up to around $2,000 per ounce for gold and up around $40 an ounce for silver. If I tried to sell my metal to a precious metals dealer right now, they'd only give me spot. But the spot market and the physical market have diverged, just like they did back in 08. I think back then silver went from $21 down to $8 during the initial phases of the crash of 08, which, by the way, has not resolved. We're still in that. And we're experiencing the effects of it right now. So, these tumbling precious metal prices are confirmation that we are in the beginning stages of a spectacular bull market in precious metals. All right, we've got our gold boiling in some distilled water here. It's been going for about 45 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour off the boiling water into my silver jar over here, because it may contain some traces of silver and a little bit of nitrate maybe. So I'm going to save this solution. And now what I'll do here's what our gold looks like in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some hydrochloric acid to the gold here. Just the camera for us. I've got hydrochloric acid here. I'm going to add about 1.5 liters. Let's make it 1 liter of hydrochloric acid. And you can see there's an immediate reaction from the residual silver that was, or residual nitrate that was left in there on the gold. All right, as usual, I'm going to add do for me is precipitate any lead that may be present. Then we're going to add some doses of concentrated nitric acid here. Here I'm adding small doses of concentrated nitric acid to the beaker that contains the gold and the hydrochloric acid to form aqua regia in there. By adding small doses of nitric, I can carefully control the amount of nitric acid going into the reaction. That's enough to get us started. Okay, now we'll put this up on the heat and let this start to dissolve the gold. It's taken me about 3.5 hours to get everything to dissolve here. There's still a few crumbs of gold left in the bottom of our solution, but as you can see, most of the fumes have cleared up, and I'm not going to add a whole bunch more nitric acid in there, trying to get rid of those few little crumbs down in the bottom of our beaker. So I'm going to pull this down off the heat now. We're going to let this cool off. I'm going to filter it and precipitate out the pure gold. Alright, I'm trying a new technique here. Instead of adding the ice directly to the solution to cut down on the amount of waste that I produce, I'm putting the ice around the outside of the beaker here. I'm going to try to cool the solution down externally. This has been off the heat for quite some time. I want to get a temperature here before we get too far into the cooling process. I got 117 Fahrenheit, 47.6 Celsius. We'll let this sit in the ice bath for a while and come back and take another temperature here in a few minutes. I've been cooling the solution now for about 20 minutes. We're down at 12.2 Celsius. 54 Fahrenheit. What we're going to do now is I'm going to set this up out of the way, and we're going to remove the cooling tray, and we're going to bring a filter flask up here. I'm going to connect it to a vacuum source, and we're going to filter our solution here through a number 2 medium flow filter paper. Let's bring our beaker up front here. Filter our solution. We got a lot of junk in the filter paper here. Not quite sure what all that is. But we'll make sure and add this filter to our paper storage. Alright, we've got everything pulled through the filter. What I'm going to do now is transfer the solution to a big beaker that's full of ice. What's left in our filter, I'll save that in our paper storage. I've got a beaker here, it's full of ice cubes. What we'll do is transfer our gold bearing solution here into this beaker full of ice, and then we'll use sodium metabisulfite precipitate out pure gold. Bisulfite. I'm going to start adding it to our gold solution here. And we're going to precipitate pure gold. Should be about 8 or 9 ounces of pure gold in this batch here. Here we go. While we're waiting for this to settle, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to take a look at the electrolytic silver cell. What I'm doing here is an experiment. I'm running pure silver crystal back through the cell a second time. This thing's been running for about 15 days now. And here's what we're looking like inside of here. Notice that there's no copper, the solution's not blue. That's because we're running the pure silver crystal back through a second time. Looks real good. And I'll be publishing a separate video on this. Alright, I'm gonna dip a piece of filter paper in here. The solution's been settling for about an hour now. The gold has been settling for about an hour now. Verify that we got everything out of solution here with a status test. You see there that we got nothing in solution. In this clip, I've speeded things up 4 times normal speed. I'm just pouring off the waste solution into that large 4-liter flask as a temporary measure until I can get some room in my stock pot. Our gold solution, our gold powder rather. I dissolved the gold a second time off camera. I've allowed it to cool down to room temperature. Now I'm filtering it for the second time, and then as soon as I get it to run through this filter, we'll precipitate it out a second time. Alright, here we go. We'll precipitate it one more time here. Transfer the solution into this large beaker that's got ice in it. Do is add some sodium metabisulfite, precipitate it a second time. If you watch closely here, you'll see that we have some fume production, brown fumes, also some bubbling reaction down in the solution there. This is an indication that there's some excess nitric acid present in our gold solution. Looks like I got some excess nitric in here, so I'm going to add a little bit of sulfuric acid. Not too much, we don't want to overflow it. solution. Alright, we're going to ask for SMB here, see if we can get everything to come out of the solution. There's our white foam, that's what we want to see. Do a final status test here. I think I got everything out of solution now. And as you can see, everything is dropped out of solution. Alright, now we're going to rinse the gold off. Get the solution off of here. This waste solution, no good. Hydrochloric acid here. Small rinses until we get all those chemicals rinsed off. Alright, in this clip I finally got all the chemicals rinsed off with the hydrochloric acid. I'm pouring off a water rinse here into that container. I've got a freshly glazed fused silica melt dish here. And what I'm going to do is get that gold down into that melt dish, and then we'll get it over onto the melt table and melt it up, and then we're going to pour it into some water to make some pure gold granules. Gonna dump tap water off now and get our gold out of the bottom of this container. And out of there. that's it. We got it all out of there. Here's our pure gold. Look at that pretty looking yellow metal. Wow. That is so cool looking. I can't get over it. Every time I do this, I am still amazed at how this metal looks. I'm going to set our container up here, let this dry off, get a weight on it. All right, let's measure the fruits of our efforts here. Here's our pure gold. It's just beautiful. We got the beaker up here, tared to 0. Let's pour it right in here and see what we got here. What kind of yield we're going to have out of all this. And we've got 348.8 grams. Oh, a total of 11.2 dry ounces of pure gold. Fantastic. Alrighty, folks. This will conclude the video. Thanks for watching.